Well, welcome around the fire, everyone. It's been a very quick one. We were running around, and actually, one of the things that I think we'll start off by mentioning, we're going to chat more just now, Herman, but thank you very much for the help on the drive tonight. One of the things we spoke about a couple of times is the ability to communicate and how we communicate. And without rambling about it too much, I think what Wild Earth is doing is already changing a lot of things in terms of how people communicate about the environment and about things that they're passionate about. But thank you for the help. The emails going through to Graham and them, got information through to them from us, and they then got information through to another lodge who then got onto a radio, radioed us, and because of that the internet's up and running again. So tomorrow morning we'll be able to have conversations on the vehicle again. For the moment, I feel like I'm not sitting around the fire yet. I still feel like I'm just busy talking. So Herman, we're around the fire again. This is your second fireside chat. You've been here now for almost 2 weeks. How's it going?
Well, I'm not leaving yet. No, I'm enjoying it a lot here. I'm just at the moment I've been working on the bits for a while. I just sent it through to Emily. They're going to have a last look at it, and hopefully it will be posted either tonight or tomorrow morning. So yeah, look out for the bits. The rest of the time, yeah, it's getting a bit hotter. The weather's starting to change a bit, but it's it's great being out in the bush.
Yeah, I think certainly there's been a lot going on. Obviously Marco leaving on Saturday, and suddenly just us in camp, and it feels like you guys have all been here for a long time. You and Pete both arrived within 24 hours of each other, so it's certainly been fantastic with both of them really slotting into the team as if they've been here for a long time. And yeah, lots of new things to be learning and going on about. I see you getting some color as well. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Now, I mean, you've certainly been enjoying the bush, huh? I mean, the leopard sightings and the game viewing, obviously, but just the general thing. We've had lots of talks already up to now just about sort of how you feel about this, and I can see that you're excited about Wild Earth and how and what we do. But yeah, give people a bit of a feeling. I know it's a difficult question to ask you. I mean, I'd hate to be asked the question, I guess, but you know, I'm asking. So, what do you feel?
I think I'm very much in awe still. Sometimes today actually we were filming just a little peaceful bit as well, and there was what animal was at the
Nyala.
Nyala was at the pan, and it was and I was just filming, and I was noticing the Nyala, but I didn't even think to film it. I'm still so much in awe with all the wildlife around me all the time. So I'm still trying to get used to that and getting to the rhythm and actually filming it. So I think I missed out on a lot of good shots, but yeah, I'm getting to rhythm more and more. It's just lovely to be out here, to be out in the bush, and do exactly what we enjoy, and that's being around animals and well, the technology side and the whole internet side I also enjoy a lot. It's a very strange feeling. Peter mentioned it, to be out in the middle of the bush and be able to email and Skype all the time. So I think we're very privileged to be out here, and I would love to stick around for a very long time still.
Good. Well, I mean, the next thing, and this is something I have to remind myself of all the time as well, and ultimately why we sit around a fire, is you can slow down a bit. It's like take it easy. In the end, what we ultimately want to get to is, and we are there already, is for us just to talk. And us being you and me and Rexon behind the camera, I haven't introduced, and I'm talking to you as much as to myself. I also literally drove in here, and it was a bit of running around and everyone quickly ready, and sometimes you know the saying of they have it a lot in East Africa, but they say that the Western man has got the watch, and in Africa we've got the time. And certainly being in a live environment in the bush, there's a whole lot of things that are very funny about it, and interesting about it, and challenging and curious and fun, and certainly something that I've also fallen in love with. I know Graham has been in love with it for a little bit over 10 years, but it's important just to slow down as well. You know, and then this is where we at, is in the bush, and I need to remind myself of it as well. As yet, every fireside chat, I always, the first few minutes, I'm not quite sure what we're talking about yet, because typically around a fire I'm just in a very nice, relaxed, mellow mood, and you talk about whatever comes up naturally in conversation. So just to start again, Rexon is behind the camera. He was also on the vehicle tonight behind camera. And Peter's in the live control center. We're going to see him just now. He's going to join in the next few minutes. And yeah, I see I miss Marco a little bit, because normally I go, because I don't know what to say, and then he says something. You've got this nice laugh going, so you can just laugh every time. I don't know what to say, and I'm sure over time we'll turn it into conversation.
Yeah. Laughing is a good way to start conversation, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and just to come back to the bit, so you've obviously been also thrown into the deep end. We have to swim quickly with Marco being here just for a short time, but it seems you're getting your head around it and enjoying it, and certainly I think you guys will enjoy also a different perspective, on the things that get out to people about what's going on behind the scenes, if you want. Not that there's really such a place.
No, for sure. I mean, Emily and Graham told me that I must get my own style in doing this. I mustn't try to do it the way Marco did. He did it brilliantly, but I'm trying to develop something to make the bits my own, and to give a personal view on being around here.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, Pete, what's that? A bit higher. That one. Cool. Thank you.
Cool.
I just thought he said it's maybe time for us to almost start getting ready for him to come join us. In the next few minutes, Pete will join us as well around the fire. But no, certainly that is a big thing that I need to think slower, then I'll speak slower. It's the easiest way to do it. But there's been so many conversations already on the game drives as well that we've been dealing with again the last few weeks, or the last week or so, that I've enjoyed, and we around camp also have spoken about it a lot, and ultimately is the only way that you can survive out here for a long period of time, I think, in my opinion, is to just really be you and be yourself. And that's what I've told Graham from the early days of my job, is I really like what I'm doing. Apart from the fact that I get to drive a four-wheel drive and look for animals, which I've always enjoyed since I was old enough to see over the steering wheel, is that my job ultimately is just to be and be myself. And certainly you guys have shown that that's how you approach it as well. So to come back to the bits, exactly that. It must be something that you enjoy doing, and I can guarantee you the people will enjoy it as well. So just keep having fun with it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and certainly spring has arrived as well, Rex, and I'm just listening to that fiery neck nightjar. I remember I mentioned it to you the other day as well, Herman. I know you're also interested in the wildlife, same as Pete. You can just hear it now and again in the distance. So tell us about one animal memory that you have of the last week, and then I think we'll get Pete in and he'll come chat to us a bit as well. He's also had a bunch of experiences. But what stands out for you from the last week from an animal point of view?
Well, I won't probably be able to say exactly when it was, because this is all kind of a blur. I think...
Don't worry, it gets much blurrier in terms of time. Long you stay
I can't
out
remember on what drive what happened, but definitely getting close-ups with elephants. I think it was this morning, actually. I went out with the Rexon, and we were really close to elephants. And it's just... that's one of those times I just totally forget to film and just sit there in absolute awe. Just to be able to be about, 2-3 meters away from them was just absolutely amazing. And a lot of the other day we saw some cheetah. It's the first time I saw cheetah here. And then of course the leopards, karula, and all the lovely leopards to be around them. I mean, it's also something big, a lot bigger than I can be ever. Just to be around this animals, it's just I'm starting to ramble.
Yeah, rambling is fine. It's contagious even sometimes. Cool, I see Pete's close by. You're going to come jump in. And we should actually put 3 glasses of water down here.
I left him a little bit.
Guys, thank you for being around the fire with us. It really is a pleasure. It's something we're all still getting into more and more as well. And sort of a retake from him, and you've been here almost the exact same time.
Yeah.
And how's it been so far?
Well, to say it's interesting has been, I would say it's an understatement last week, because so many things have happened. The things that we wanted to do, improvements that we started to make, they came through. I think you've all noticed that the infrared light is working again, which is a good thing. It's because it gives much nicer pictures. Like yesterday at the Janet, you could stay for a long time. And also the day before, or 2 days before that, I think it was with one of the leopards. I got some really nice shots. It takes a little bit of getting a hang of it to get operated, because one of the controls is very finicky, and if the Land Rover is going like that, then it's very tricky to get it right. But yeah, with time everybody will get used to it, I guess. And then of course we had our challenges this week as well, with all the electricity problems and power outages and things like that, which is not good, especially because it happened during a game drive, which is, I think, the worst time for it to happen. But I guess that's what Murphy already predicted. For myself personally, it was actually maybe not so bad, because the best way to learn things is when things go wrong, because then You get to find under pressure where all the switches are and how to start things